An incident stopped the Gloucester County School Board meeting in its tracks.
The Gloucester County Sheriff's Office told 10 on Your Side it's looking into an incident where somebody brought a firearm onto school property. 10 on Your Side's Lauren Moss has more.
It's all centered around Trevor Herron. He came to the school board meeting last night because he alleged that someone on the board slashed his tires. He told me he was carrying a concealed weapon, which he normally does. Herron says he didn't know it was a gun-free zone. It all started last month when Trevor Herron spoke to Gloucester School Board, supporting his friend and board member Darren Post.
Us to attend the June school board meeting to support him because the school board would be discussing a parent's bill of rights that he was proposing.
And after his comments, he says he went back to damage to his truck.
I was the last person to leave other than staff and school board members. And when I got out to my truck, I found one of my tires was flat. So I inspected the tire and found probably about a 7 or 8 inch gash.
Herron felt it was a school board member who did it, so he showed up last night to tell that person to knock it off.
I would strongly recommend caution and reflection before engaging in anything like that, especially with someone you don't know, whose capabilities you don't know.
Once he was done, he and his friends left.
And as soon as we walked out the door, we got swarmed by probably about 7 law enforcement officers.
This prompted the meeting to go into lockdown.
At this time, we cannot release anyone from the auditorium until we get a future all clear from some folks in the parking lot.
Herron was confronted by law enforcement about his concealed weapon. Herron says his gun and his friend's firearms were taken. He says he didn't know it was a gun-free zone, but according to a Gloucester County Public Schools facility use manual, the Thomas Cowan Walker Education Center, where school board meetings are held, is a school facility. And in the manual, it says no illegal drugs, alcohol, and at the end of the list, weapons of any kind are allowed on school property. A concerned resident reached out to us. She didn't want to be on camera, but told me this is frightening. She says Gloucester County Public Schools has actively been taking measures to secure school buildings, and she says the last thing we want is to have people armed at school board meetings. For Herron, he says he consulted with an attorney who says what happened isn't supported by the law. Herron says he simply wants an apology and his gun back.
When I would like an apology for all of this. I'd like my tire paid for. I certainly want my firearms back.
Gloucester County Sheriff's Office told us that the case is still active and they are looking into the situation. Their full statement is on wavy.com. As far as Herron's tire, it hasn't been proven that a school board member did it. I'm Lauren Moss, 10 on Your Side.